I'm Sonia and I help people take their power back. If you're interested in working with me, check out the description below and be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. In this video, I want to talk about a comment that I got, a question that I got. This may have come on one of my lives. I don't remember, but somebody asked me, how many affirmations do they need to say a day? How much time do they need to spend affirming a day? What was the other? Was that it? How many times a day? How much time do you spend affirming? Yeah, that topic of how much do I need to be affirming. My problem with this question, with this comment, is you, and I can tell from experience, you have this thought process that what manifesting is if I can do this and do it perfectly, just right, then I'll get what I want. Like it is a homework assignment. If I do enough affirmations, I will get what I want. If I do this homework assignment just perfectly, I will get what I want. And that is not how this works. And I'm going to say that from experience. I'm going to say that from my experience. That was my experience. I thought that. And I remember when Sammy Ingram put out it takes 10,000 repetitions to create a new neural pathway type thing. And while if that's the science, it's the science, I will tell you, and I've had many people come to me with, oh, I've done like 200,000 repetitions and nothing has changed. It's because affirmations are not a technique. Affirming is not a technique. Affirming is thinking. You're thinking constantly. You think all day long. For me, personally, my experience, when I understood that and I dropped all of the technique-y bullshit and being like, I have to affirm and I have to affirm this much and I have to have affirming sessions and I have to do all of this shit. And I just focused on what people call your mental diet, you know, the thoughts you think all the time. That is where personally I have gotten the best results. I monitor my thoughts 24/7. If I catch myself thinking shit that I don't want to become my experience, I shift my focus to something else. My go-to, I say this all the time, is, isn't it wonderful? Everything's perfect. I cannot tell you how much you need to affirm. I can't tell you how much time you need to spend affirming. It's all dependent on how much you bitch, whine, moan, and complain. As long as you accept your current reality as your true fact and as something that needs to be changed, instead of just telling yourself that things are the way you want them to be, confirming versus affirming, which is all just thoughts and the perspective that you are choosing, nothing outside of you will change. This is not an assignment that if you just appease the forces that be by doing enough and doing it perfectly, that it'll work. You're not going to get results because that's not what you're doing. You're changing you. You're changing your perspective continuously. Coming back when you catch yourself to what you wish were true instead of bitching, whining, moaning, and complaining. So how much are you bitching, whining, moaning, and complaining? As much as you bitch, whine, moan, and complain, you need to be fucking affirming. You no longer get to accept that shit is true. You no longer get to bitch, whine, moan, and complain. You have what you want and things are the way you want them to be. They are going to go in your favor. The more you come back to that when you catch yourself drifting off and having thoughts of other shit, the faster shit is going to change and the faster it is going to work for you. Whatever you tell yourself is true is true. As long as you're trying to come up with the perfect routine and the perfect method of how to make it work for you, you're not changing you and nothing will work. The other part of this is you tell yourself that you're doing it perfectly, you know what you're doing, and you're doing it enough. All of your beliefs, your entire mindset is your experience. Whatever you tell yourself is true is true. The more you see it, you can't unsee it. And the more you experience it, the more you see it for what it is. This is why, personally, I police my entire mindset 24/7, because that's what works for me. That is the only thing that has ever worked for me. Dropping all the other bullshit and just focusing on telling myself what I want to be true through quote unquote affirmations. The thoughts that you would have if you had what you want or were getting what you want. There is no correct amount. There is no magic number. If you can just hit this number, then everything magically changes. If that were true, everyone would just have what they want. The reason that people struggle with this is because they don't understand what they're actually doing. Once you grasp it for what it is, you'll just do it and learn how to do it and practice it, and it will become your way of functioning in the world. We were taught to function in the world incorrectly. What you are doing is learning how to function in it correctly by choosing how you're going to view the world. That's all you're doing. That's all your affirmations are there to do. As long as you're going to treat them like a technique and that there's a right or wrong way to do it and that you're not doing it enough and that things aren't working for you, you're fucking right. It's a perfect manifestation. And until you see it for what it is, nothing else will ever change in your life. Thank you so much for watching. Love and light.